Have you ever noticed how hormonal shifts can impact the way that your skin looks and feels? Or perhaps you're curious to understand more about hormonal changes and skin health. My name's Taylah, I'm the National Education Manager at RATIONALE, and today I'm here to talk to you about how our skin changes through key life stages, with a specific focus on menopause. We're kicking things off by talking about menopause and of course some of the common skin concerns that arise during these transformative years. As we take meaningful steps towards understanding menopause and skin in more detail, we'll also be sharing some of the exciting results that we documented at the end of our 90-day skin study, which has officially been published by RATIONALE Research. Menopause marks one bookend to our reproductive years, and just as the body undergoes profound change in the lead up to the first period, it also goes through another significant transition in the lead up to the last one. This is also commonly known as the menopause transition, lasting anywhere from a few short months or several years. Hormonal changes begin with perimenopause, and at this time, key hormones like estrogen begin to decline. When this happens, the body and the skin both undergo profound change. This is when women tend to notice that their skin begins to change as well. They might start to experience more sensitivity, dryness, or even visible structural changes. Interestingly, menopause represents just one day. Anything after this day, you are considered post-menopause. Now, at this time, hormone levels are still declining and remain dangerously low. And what this can mean is that you will notice more considerable structural changes within the skin, like perpetual dryness or loss of elasticity. While this is all part of the natural aging process, it's important to remember that there are no two menopause journeys the same, and that every woman can expect to go through this at a slightly different time. It may be due to genetics, surgery, or even medical intervention, but as these hormones shift and begin to decline, it can affect skin health dramatically. Through our research, we discovered that there are 6 key pillars that become compromised during hormonal decline. These include the skin's inflammatory pathways, antioxidant defenses, and solar resilience. The skin's barrier function also becomes increasingly compromised, alongside changes to skin pH and our repair and renewal processes. Each of these vital functions contribute to RATIONALE's Essential 6 collections, all working towards achieving a more radiant, luminous, and healthy-looking complexion. If you're resonating with some of these changes, or you're simply curious to understand how hormonal shifts can impact skin health, soon we'll be unpacking all of the key hormones and how they relate to skin health directly. Estrogen plays a vital role when it comes to skin health. By binding to specific receptors located on our skin cells, it nurtures barrier function, it hydrates the skin, and it even supports collagen synthesis. As estrogen declines during perimenopause, this is where women can start to notice a lot of changes within their skin. Perhaps their skin is becoming more sensitive, they may begin to experience breakouts, or they might even be reacting to products that they've used for many, many years. The skin can become very unpredictable. Progesterone is often referred to as the balancing hormone, and for good reason. Not only does it help to balance and stabilize other hormones, but it also interacts with our brain's calming receptors. And this really helps to stabilize mood, reduce anxiety. It even helps to promote a restful, restorative sleep, all of which can impact the health of our skin. Haven't you ever wondered why your skin might look dull or lackluster, particularly after a bad night's sleep? The reduction in progesterone during perimenopause can see rise or an increase in our cortisol production. And increased cortisol production, being our primary stress hormone, can also contribute to unpredictable change within the skin, including things like inflammation and dullness. Androgen hormones, like testosterone, can also help to maintain healthy skin when balanced. During perimenopause, estrogen and progesterone can begin to fluctuate, and during this time, testosterone can become temporarily dominant. And when this happens, it can overstimulate our sebaceous glands, producing more oil, clogging the pores, and contributing to hormonal breakouts, particularly along the lower facial region. As estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone all begin to fluctuate during perimenopause, this can give rise to really rapid and unpredictable skin shifts, starting from inflammation and sensitivity to perpetual dryness and dehydration, even breakout activity. This really represents the profound connection between our hormones and our skin health. To better understand how the skin changes during hormonal decline, we conducted a 90-day skin study with 20 women between the ages of 35 and 62. It was really special that I had the privilege to connect with each of these women and understand how they navigated menopause and perimenopause, and of course the unpredictable skin shifts that came with it. At the beginning of the study, we carried out a very detailed skin analysis on each of the participants, and this allowed us to really accurately prescribe a tailored Essential 6 ritual for them to use morning and night throughout the 90 days. We also scheduled half of the group to receive professional facial treatments. We did this so we could observe if there were any significant improvements between those who were receiving facials and those who were just using the products at home alone. Each month, these women came into our flagship stores for diagnostic imaging, and this allowed us to truly track all of the visible changes that were occurring in their skin over the 90 days. During those initial consultations, we really discovered 3 key things. The first was that a lot of our participants had compromised barrier function. We also saw a lot of dryness and dehydration and persistent redness throughout the center of the face. After 90 days of consistent use of their tailored RATIONALE Essential 6, this is what our participants said. 90% reported that their skin looked brighter and more radiant. 85% said that their skin felt more nourished and hydrated. 65% reported less visible redness. And 60% said that their skin felt stronger and more resilient. We observed outstanding results with Kira. During the consultation, we noticed that Kira's barrier function was severely compromised. She also had lingering inflammation and frequent breakouts. At the end of the 90 days, we noticed that her barrier function was restored. She had less visible redness, her skin was calm, it was brighter, and it was more even. During the initial consultation, diagnostic images revealed that Dimi had underlying inflammation due to barrier impairment. At the end of the 90 days, this inflammation was completely diminished. Her skin was more hydrated, it was more nourished, and we even saw a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles. Georgina's diagnostic images revealed that her skin's pH had become imbalanced and was leaning more alkaline rather than acidic. When the skin is too alkaline, it struggles to function optimally and can accelerate premature aging. At the end of the study, Georgina's skin pH had been restored, reflecting a more luminous and youthful-looking complexion. We understand that hormonal skin shifts can be sudden and they can be really unpredictable. We also recognise that there are no 2 skin journeys the same, and there is no one-size-fits-all approach. We found that all 20 participants really benefited from having a consistent cleansing ritual each evening. 2 products that really work together to not only remove impurities from the skin, but supplement and replace those essential ceramides and lipids back into the skin each night. In fact, surprisingly, 70% of our participants all voted that No. 4 the Pre-Cleanse Balm and No. 4 the Cleanser were 2 of their most favourite products to use in the study. Many participants in our study actually began without having a consistent skincare ritual at home, and within just a few short weeks, they reported that their skin felt healthier and more balanced. By the end of the study, several of the women had completely stopped using makeup or covering their skin with foundation and said that they had never felt so confident or more empowered in their natural skin. A staggering 95% of our participants said that they felt less self-conscious and more confident, and even mentioned that they had started receiving compliments about their skin. At the end of the study, 85% of participants said that they had learnt something new about their skin throughout this process, and that this newfound knowledge empowered them even further because they were more attuned to their skin, particularly through unpredictable skin shifts with hormonal change. Of the 10 participants that received professional facial treatments and were using their RATIONALE Essential 6 at home, 7 of those women had received the most outstanding results in the entire study. During the initial consultation, we were able to closely examine everyone's skin, and this was to really make sure that every time they came in for their RATIONALE facial, the skin therapist was able to completely customize and tailor every experience to treat their skin as how it presented on the day. Even when your skin feels unfamiliar or difficult to manage, a skin consultation can be an empowering first step. At RATIONALE, we're proud to share that our flagship team members have undergone extensive training and they are ready to have these conversations with you. Whether it be at a retail pod, online, or in the privacy of a treatment room, through regular skin reviews and tailored treatment plans, our approach is built on empathy, compassion, and expertise, ensuring that you feel supported every step of the way as we work together to achieve fantastic results and reclaim radiance.